I'm Philip Revel, and I'm currently convener of SCAN, or Scottish Communities Climate Action Network. SCAN is a volunteer-run network that exists to support community-led action to face up to the climate emergency. This can be difficult and challenging work, and a key purpose of SCAN is to facilitate our members to support each other and to enable them to openly share their knowledge, ideas, and experience with each other. It's really this huge range of knowledge and expertise that is held across the members of the network that is our key resource. And our aspiration is that, as far as possible, SCAN should become a self-organizing network with members supported to network directly with each other and to come together in sub-networks across regions of Scotland, as well as in communities of interest. In terms of what we mean by climate action, we see the causes of the climate emergency as being inextricably linked with the causes of biodiversity loss, as well as to inequality and to social justice issues. And the vision that we have is of a just and equitable Scotland with a vibrant local community scale democracy in which communities have access to the local land and resources that they need, with more localized economies in which everyone has access to good quality food, energy efficient, affordable housing, and meaningful and rewarding livelihoods. In short, we see getting to zero carbon as an opportunity to create sharing, caring communities that prioritize well-being for all and the regeneration of nature. At the same time, we see it as essential that we have a global perspective so we can ensure that our actions here in Scotland are also supporting global equity, so that everyone right across the world can thrive in thriving and regenerating environments. Personally, I find it hugely helpful to be a part of SCAN. This is partly because of the support and inspiration that I get from working with colleagues who share similar values and interests, and the benefit I get from their different insights and perspectives. Also, through our links to policymakers, it provides an opportunity to try and influence policy so that we can start to remove the many barriers that make it far more difficult than it should be to take local action to address the climate emergency.
Hi there, my name is Eva Schonfeld and I'm a member of the General Circle of SCAN and of the Welcoming Circle. And I'm going to outline what this system of sociocracy that we use, that gives us this idea of circles that we use to organise ourselves in SCAN. Sociocracy starts with a word in Latin, socios, which relates to companions or colleagues, associates. So it's ruled by those people who we work with, the workers. And it attempts to help us be really organised in a horizontal way rather than using the kind of vertical command and control that we expect in most organisations. It starts with a general circle, which is the meeting where all the other circles send representatives to make sure that we all know what everyone else is doing, and particularly to make sure that any decisions that can't be taken within the circles themselves have a place to be made. What happens is that the general circle creates working circles, smaller other circles, which attach to it. So like the Welcoming Circle I'm part of, which to do specific bits of work. So the Welcoming Circle is there to make sure that we welcome people really well into the organisation, that we frame the organisation really well so people understand it and what it can do for them. And in fact, this video is an initiative of the Welcoming Circle because we realised that we didn't have a way of explaining really clearly how our organisation worked to new members. So those are the kinds of things that the Welcoming Circle can have control over. We can make decisions without asking anybody else. We can say there's a need for a video like this, and we can start a process to get that made. But there are some things that we can't make decisions about without consulting other circles. So, for instance, we couldn't decide to have an event all by ourselves without consulting the event circle, which makes sense because we might be duplicating something that they were doing. So we would do that in the general circle. So it's quite straightforward the way that it works. Sociocracy also has processes for meetings. So we have quite formal processes where we always have a facilitator and a note taker, often have a timekeeper and a heart keeper, so people get roles to make sure that different people are looking after different bits of the work that needs to be done. In other ways, our meetings go very much like any other meeting. We've got an agenda, we keep minutes, but we also are quite careful around the decisions that we make, that they don't just get made because nobody said no. We tend to develop new ideas in the form of proposals, which are carefully put together when it works well, and where we've asked for advice from anybody who might be affected by the proposal. And then we have a series of rounds where we can express objections and get the proposal changed until we give our consent, and that's how we make decisions, is by consent. So it's a complex process, but you don't have to learn it all at once, and we found it a really good way of keeping our organisation really organised, but spreading the work out amongst us in a way that means that everybody, all the different bits of work that we have to do, are being attended to really clearly by specific people. Working for SCCAN is important to me because I want to make a difference on climate change and other social and environmental issues that we're facing, and change the system that's causing them. And I believe that communities are the most important places to work from, to build resilience in, and build relationships and skills in. So I feel like it's important work, plus it's a great organisation with really nice people, so I enjoy it.
Hello everybody. I've been involved in Transition Edinburgh at a local level, but in the last while on the board and so on of the community interest company SCCAN. My role at the moment is as lead link in the circle called Events Circle. We're the ones who are putting ideas out, sharing ideas, picking up ideas from members, what they want, and organising, in the last while, nearly all online sessions. We're also responsible for the gatherings that we've had. Previously was twice a year, a spring and autumn gathering, when we've been able to meet face to face, and we're very much looking forward to that happening again. What's been exciting has been the way that new people, younger people, volunteers have come forward, members have come forward to learn about the tricks of the trade, about making it, what makes it a compelling event, and planning, organising, facilitating. These are all skills we're learning. So I hope that it's one that is a lively working group, a circle of SCCAN that people might be interested in. I've so enjoyed this experience and learned so much from the way we're working, the process we're adopting of sociocratic decision making, of structuring, of a dynamic governance, so we're not being told what to do. There are autonomous circles. I've learned enormous amount from my engagement with the Scottish Community Climate Action Network. It's constant learning for me, and I hope I'm the better for it.
Welcome to the Story Circle. Here our purpose is to share storytelling skills and to promote and use the power of stories told through a range of media to initiate transformational change and to illuminate the power of community-led action to inspire and engage a wide public in our movement. We're always on the hunt for stories. We search out and tell stories of inspiring communities across Scotland through a range of media and channels, such as our podcast, 1,000 Better Stories. We also support the development of a SCAN storytelling community of practice to develop and spread relevant skills across the membership, including technical skills on climate storytelling, from narrative building techniques to working with different media.
My name is Katarina Bouchard and I'm the Projectweaver at SCAN. In that role, I take care that the projects that we implement don't overlap with each other and also that they align to the vision that we have in SCAN. I also take care that we ensure the monitoring and evaluation of our projects, so basically to be sure that we count our results and to make our results counted. And also I take care of the reporting and the finances in the organisation. So that's in a nutshell what I do on a daily basis. And in terms of why I like to work for SCAN, I can say that I find it really thrilling to be part of an organisation which helps to empower communities to be part of a sustainable future. So that's me. Thanks.
Hi, my name is John Matthew Gunnon. I'm the SCAN Networkweaver. I work with the Event Circle, the Communication Circle, the Welcoming Circle, the newly formed Network and Member Support Circle, and the General Circle. My role is to help build capacities and skills among SCAN members, whether individuals or communities, and to support networking and peer-to-peer learning among members. We do that by promoting the Scottish Community Alliance Community Learning Exchange, which is an opportunity for community groups to learn from each other through exchanging ideas and sharing common solutions. I also support all the circles to run and develop the network in general. With the event circles, we organize regular events, webinars, skill sharing workshops, and meetings that we call Tuesdays for Future. And we're also supporting the emergence of regional networks with our vision to become an overall network of networks. With the communication circles, we organize all the social media activity, the website, the monthly e-newsletter, and we try to promote the transition networks, toolkit and resources to develop health checks in order to deliver the tailored training for our group members. And with the networking and members support circle, we survey and audit our members to try to see where we need to help them get new skills, build capacities, and address their needs. I very much enjoy working with SCAN because of the welcoming structure of the organization, the fantastic people that work here, and the sociocratic principles which help in including everybody's voices. I hope we see you soon. Bye-bye.
Hi, I'm Paul and I'm currently the Storyweaver with SCAN. I work primarily with the Story Circle and the General Circle. And actually I'll shortly be finishing up in the Storyweaver role, and another lucky person will be taking over to help bring the vision and ideas of the Story Circle to life. As you heard from Joanna, SCAN believe that stories have a vital role to play in helping win hearts and change minds when it comes to the climate emergency. And the Storyweaver's role is to find those stories and help people to share the stories in their own voice. My time as Storyweaver has all been during lockdown, and so most of the focus has been on producing our podcast series, 1,000 Better Stories, which is something that we could safely do remotely. But of course there are many other ways to share stories, and it's the Storyweaver's role to work with members, groups, organisations, whoever, to make that happen. It could be short films, it could be photos, visuals, digital stories, folklore and fables, optimistic science fiction that imagines a better tomorrow. Whatever way works, whatever way helps spread a positive story of change that will be shared, retold and shared again. The Storyweaver's role also delivers training on how to craft and tell stories to help SCAN create this network of storytellers that we hope will continue to tell and share stories with us. Working for SCAN has been a real joy for me. So many ideas, so much belief, enthusiasm and above all optimism. And that's always welcome.
Hello, my name is Reem and I am part of the welcoming circle here at SCAN. So our role is to welcome new members, give them a little bit of information about SCAN, answer any questions they may have and help them decide what circles they'd like to get involved in. So I'd really recommend it to anyone. I really enjoy working with SCAN because everyone is super friendly and really supportive, and it's nice to know that you're part of a team where your voice is valued. So I hope to see some of you soon.